speak up. What's on your mind? Tell me. Well, let me tell you, because I'm in your mind, and it's very spacious. Was that an echo? Was that an echo? Oh, there's a lot of room here, don't you think? You don't think? It's like a big empty party hall. Wedding hall, you said? Like from June 7th. Does it ring any bells? Because your neurons are not moving. The bride that has her
wedding dress
picked out. The shoes were matching.
Sparkly shoes.
Their kid is so excited.
All three of us.
But there's just one tiny problem. Just a small, insignificant, logistical issue. The groom. Oh, man. Wait, what'd he do? What'd he do? He didn't show up. Because he didn't know he was getting married. Because the wedding lives in her mind. And she lives in a psychiatric facility where the man she was gonna marry works. And he lives with his wife.
And my husband.
And their kid. Who she.
And my daughter. I technically helped create our child. She was like, but I really do kind of want to have a child with this guy though. And I was like, really? Let me plant a seed into your soul. So I planted a seed into her soul. So I basically got her pregnant.
Spiritually conceived. Oh my God. A short circuit in the brain, bestie. Wait. That's how she spells I. Can explain. This man's wife telepathically communicates with her via Starlink, I suppose. To ask her to plant the seed. Seed me, she begged. And our Delulu bride, the giving queen that she is, obliged. She seeded her.
Let me plant a seed into your soul.
So she airdrops a baby into her uterus.
Our 4-year-old.
Who is now a toddler. Oh my, another short circuit. I'm sorry, okay. I've missed out the part that will, help make this make sense.
I kind of explained to her, I was like, I'm a mermaid from my past life. When I was a mermaid, I was abducted by a siren. I was abducted by a siren.
There's no part that will make this make sense.
I am technically a siren, I believe.
I forgot to mention that she airdrops this baby into this man's wife's uterus before she met the couple.
I had a vision of this guy. This is way before I ever met this guy.
Back when she was in jail. In jail?
I was in jail.
What's she in jail for? Well, when you're in love and you home invade, when you break into somebody's house and you hide.
I had a vision. And
she spells I like I, because her third eye.
I had a vision.
Seeing all these visions taking over this lady. And what makes this really interesting is it's a kind of psychosis that you might, read of in a book. Okay, maybe even see on a Netflix documentary. But you wouldn't think. That's where my line ends. You wouldn't think, according to what I'm seeing in your brain, for this to be happening live on TikTok right before your 2 eyes and her 3. So this is the story of a woman whose third eye is so open.
I had a vision.
It completely shut the other 2. If you're wondering, which I felt like you are, because I'm here, why am I blurring her? Why am I hiding her identity? Not because she's a victim of attention, but rather because she thrives off of it. Ma'am is a wildfire, okay, and attention is her firewood. The pattern's been, the more attention she gets, the crazier she gets. So we're gonna strip the attention away from her, and we're moving it to the story. By the way, put something on, okay? Goodness gracious. It's very warm in here, okay? It's literally 36 degrees. Do you have a fever? Why, are you in heat? She is. She is. Well, for her well-being and everybody else involved, we're not gonna use real names. But oh man, let's call her Kinder. Kinder Oman, a young woman, 22, who fell in love with a man she barely knew.
I was a life skills specialist or a directional professional for a company working with people with special needs.
It's also the story of Blueberry, not his real name, who in the morning clocks in, just him, comes back home, not alone, with a stalker. And it's the story of us, the audience, honestly, who kind of made everything worse. Which is why when I'm telling you this story, let's keep in mind that these are real people affected by real things, which is why I want to do my best not to kind of expose anybody's identities in the story. Before Blueberry, her latest man, there was Raspberry, another man, not his real name. So Raspberry is Kinder's mutual friend, and he shared his statement publicly through a Reddit moderator called Chloe. Through their shared time together, he was feeling uneasy about her.
Maybe I should try to touch him.
In the same way you did when you saw Baby Reindeer in that documentary. I ignored her as much as I could and was just gaming. She sat near me and watched me play. Time goes by. It seems as though Kinder seemed to have a little bit of a crush on Raspberry.
He was telling me how he thinks his wee-wee is small. And I was like, size doesn't really matter to me. You're kind of really just my friend. I don't really know if I want to be with you or not. But if we do F, can I stay the night so I know how comfortable I am with you?
Time goes by and Raspberry falls in love with someone else. With a guy called Lemon, not his real name.
Cody's boyfriend.
And that's when Kinder's behavior changes. It stops being Kinder Bueno, transforms into Kinder Malissima. Because one day, imagine this was you. You walk into your bedroom and you see a photograph on the bed. A photograph of Kinder, a person who does not have access to his home like that. You know, they're not friends. We're not friends like that.
I'm hitting up Cody, and I was like, hey, by the way, I'm trying to tell you something important. Can we meet? It's my birthday anyway. He said something like, stop texting me. I don't know you. I don't like you. I ended up finding him.
But there it is, a photograph of Kinder wearing his do-rag. In his room, Raspberry files a police report. Officer, help. It's Kinder.
Kinder! Oh, Kinder! Yeah, again? Yeah, she's been arrested previously.
But they didn't arrest her for what she did with the do-rag because apparently there was not enough proof that she was there. The photo taken in his bedroom with his clothes was not proof. Missed opportunity? Don't worry about it. Kinder gives you plenty of opportunities. Days later, she's on the porch.
Finding him.
She's on the back porch, just standing there. Kinder, please leave. No. Police were called. This time, she was arrested. Police show up, they're like,
This again. Come here, Kinder.
my mom is out there telling her she needs help. Clearly seems as though she does. And she needs to leave me alone and stop coming here, stalking me and posting misinformation about me. She wasn't even flinching. And that's the scary part. She was just completely in her world.
Finding him.
So we're talking about somebody willing to go such lengths to break into one's home and somebody that cannot be reasoned with. Okay, this is important. Her record shows that she's had an arrest for domestic assault in December 2023 and again in July in 2024 for harassment. She's been detained with an outstanding warrant from the previous charge. And the last image that Raspberry's got of her was her walking down the sidewalk pushing a shopping cart, allegedly seemingly homeless. As terrible as it sounds for Raspberry, it's also quite tragic for Kinder, because bestie, this person is unwell. And we've talked about this before. Just because somebody's unwell does not justify their behavior and does not mean that everybody else around them has to, deal with the consequences of their unwellness. It does help explain and stops you from, judging a little too harsh, right? Kinder has a different story. One that keeps changing, depending when you ask.
I miscarried one in the toilet of the mental hospital.
She was with child for God knows how many months.
I've been pregnant for 3 years.
Well past any possible term. This baby could have been like, girl, you got a toddler in you at this point. July 2024, the day she was arrested.
My water broke.
But she gets all those visions that tell her certain things, like the visions.
He literally would call him Pop Pop.
The visions just come flooding into her head, and she needs
What if I just lure him with his favorite snacks?
goes to the supermarket, grabs a snack, and breaks into his home.
Hello there.
So these details that are coming to her through these
vision.
or proof of her surveillance, okay? Miss Man was sat looking.
What's your favorite snack?
She's gonna find out. She might be peeping through this window right now, bestie. And another target of hers came forward at one point, somebody she'd also found a likeness to. So this person claims that Kinder had found their home address, identified their car, their movements. They never met her, not even mutuals. They were simply adjacent, parallel to somebody who was watching. But her little Delulu romantic adventure with Raspberry, could be sweet with raspberries, could be sour. Definitely sour when you're in jail.
And while I was in jail, I had a vision of this guy.
And about 2 years ago, before this whole thing explodes, that's where Kinder was, in jail.
About 2 years ago now, I was in jail.
Looking at walls, getting visions,
A very spiritual awakening.
which is what I'd expect would happen for someone with a mental illness in a cell.
I had a vision of this guy that was in a band.
Who is it? Tell me, who's my next target?
I seen like a diamond ring, and I was like, okay, so do I get married to this guy?
A guy, band, ring, marriage?
My spiritual guidance said yes, that I marry this guy.
I'm concerned, but okay. Let her play her games and have her delusions. It's not hurting anyone, right? Don't speak too soon. Spiritual guide gives her a hint. Like a quest she's on, She's in a video game. It's open world. There's no rules. No, you can wreak havoc if you must.
His first name starts with the letter D.
The guide says his name begins with the letter D. Why are you hiding, bestie? His first name begins with the letter D. Not last name.
First name starts with the letter D, but I can't tell you his last name.
Let me just shut these curtains, actually, just in case. I'm kidding, bestie. Let's not give ourselves too much importance now.
He is literally my full-on type, like long blonde hair to tattoos.
I'm certain Kinder wouldn't be interested. I mean, at the end of the day, I have no tattoos, So, your name begins with D and you got tattoos? Oh boy. Listen, I double lock tonight. I double lock, okay? All right, so let's lock this up. Look at that. So cute now. So cute! So the vision basically told her that she's getting married to a guy in a band with his first name starting with the letter D. They release her. Like how in a gladiator's arena, they release the lions? Well, she's released, and she's convinced she will find him. The jail releases her. They uncage her. I'm sorry, that's not nice. Boy, they uncage her, and she starts searching right away.
The lady goes, by the way, the guy that you like now will not be the guy that you will be marrying.
One day later, Kinder is transferred to a facility.
And then they place me into this housing facility.
A new residential facility. It's like a sort of group living situation where there are caretakers who cooperatively kind of take care of people with certain conditions. She's unwell. I'm not sure what her diagnosis is, but I feel like she's a little bit schizophrenic. The hallucinations, the delusions, being in her world a little bit, it seems as though she's living in an alternate reality. But working in that facility was a man in a band with a lot of tattoos and a first name that starts with the letter D. We're gonna call him Blueberry. Absolutely no reason at all.
So the first day that I move, I literally meet him. He's like just there.
Blueberry's not a celebrity. This is not some kind of Tyler's catastrophe, parasocial, psychotic bond. No, he's just a life skills specialist.
I was a life skills specialist or a directional professional.
He cares? He cares? For Kinder?
His job, that's his job.
He's like just there.
My heart just leaps out of my chest.
So a part of his, duties, he takes Kinder grocery shopping, as he does with everybody else. For Blueberry, it was just Tuesday. For Kinder, it was confirmation of everything.
He takes me to Hy-Vee. We do grocery shopping. It's just me and him, like one-on-one. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, I actually think that this is the guy.
It was the date. It was the proposal. It might have been the wedding too. She says the first day she moves, she literally meets him.
I literally meet him.
I I feel like all the visions came after she met the guy, if I'm being honest, you know.
My heart just felt like so loved. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it like...
I get it. I get excited about grocery shopping too, until I see the bill, of course.
I'm like walking like this, and I'm like pacing, and I'm like stuttering over my words, and I'm like, oh my god, the tattoos all over his body. He's in a band. He is from the military, and he has a child.
Just listening to her eating clams.
My clams.
I thank God for my shellfish allergy. You can keep your sea insects, okay? All yours. Thank you. She has a thing for shellfish, y'all. She cross-contaminates everything when she's cooking and eating. She made this one video where she's having shrimp and... Oh boy!
This is my secret sauce.
But she's out here talking about this connection.
The connection was just like so immediately.
Fire between them.
It was just like such a heart-touching moment for me because I haven't been in love in like 7 years.
She hasn't fallen in love in years. Since Raspberry?
I mean, I like him as a friend, but I don't like him like have a crush on him.
No, I don't think she counted Raspberry. That wasn't you in love when you broke into somebody's home? I don't think so, bestie. But of course, kind of like we do, bestie, honestly. Like when we're having this sort of fresh, romantic sort of spark with somebody. She started to reinterpret and relive literally everything through this rose-colored lens of Delulu.
I don't know how to explain it, but it like, the connection.
And what makes Kinder unique compared to, say, you or me, is that we do go back to our senses sometimes. We do start doubting and questioning when we're seeing things through a rose-colored lens, like, am I being Delulu right now? Is this real? Are they just being nice? You ask those questions. It seems as though Kinder does not. No, Kinder misinterprets time and time again and builds and builds and builds and builds upon these misinterpretations. There's a love story here that exists only in her mind.
Hey, could you help me hook up my PlayStation and my TV? He was like, yeah, hon, I could help you hook up your TV and all that kind of stuff. This dude was in my room with the smile on his face, like the happiest smile on his face.
He set up her television and her gaming console? Something a staff member would do to any resident.
What a romantic man.
He literally had a boner.
He was eating chips. He shared his chips on the way to the grocery store with you?
We would literally travel to Walmart and he would give me cheesy tots, his cheesy tots, bitch. He would only share his cheesy tots with me.
Because that's what normal people do when you don't want to eat on your own in front of somebody. You'd share it.
A secret, intimate act meant only for her. No one else gets snacks.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Them bitches are my cheesy tots, bitch, okay?
And then the sunflower. Blueberry has long blonde hair. Is a rock star in a band. He's got the aesthetic for it.
He comes upstairs and he has this little like sunflower clip. And it's like so adorable. And I'm like, oh my God, how the does he know that sunflowers are my favorite flower?
So he's got a sunflower clip in his hair. That's not, well, that's not very rock star, but don't interrupt me. Yes, it happens to be Kinder's favorite flower. And so Blueberry, knowing this, I guess, gives her the clip.
And you put this in your hair, and I literally remember.
Needless to say, I don't even need to tell you her reaction to this, but I do need to tell you.
After he gave it to me, he started giving everybody else flowers.
You did what? Betrayal.
And that shit pissed me the off. And I knew he was doing that shit to piss me the off, bro.
Kinder stays up all night crying.
I'm literally crying right now, guys. Like, I'm actually crying.
He betrayed her in her eyes by doing his job and being a nice, well, staff member to all these residents. But this is kind of what's going on here. It kind of reminds me of Psychiatrist. Remember that love story? The Psychiatrist? Oh boy. Shall I say, oh man. That was her name. Her nickname here is Kinder Oh Man. But generally speaking, this is the dynamic. Somebody doing their job and somebody interpreting it in a completely different lens and running with it and building upon it. Which I'm not gonna lie, like, I feel like, would happen. I feel like you've been there. Hopefully not like this, but I'm a bit alarmed because I feel like I might have been there. I'm not gonna lie. Well, not this Delulu, but the kind of Delulu like that I was. And she's in a facility, so what does that say about me? Where am I supposed to be? Just kidding. I've managed to anchor myself. But one day, Kinder stealthily hides behind the door.
I overhear him talking about a story about how he was in a band. And I came downstairs. I literally ran downstairs and I was like, what is your band name? Can I follow you?
Don't say it, Blueberry. Don't say it.
Yeah, you can follow me.
He says it. P, we're gonna call it. Not the real name. She finds the band on Spotify. Not really something you've got to look for too hard, Is it that bad of a band you had to stop? No, just a quick search on Spotify, got them. She's not there to listen to the music.
And at this time, me and him were literally dating.
She's there for information.
And then a couple days later, I literally found his actual name through his Spotify.
From there, she finds everything else. His socials, his Insta, everything. And the obsession goes from just being when he's around to being 24/7. Full-on digital obsession. Kinder's been posting about Blueberry for a long time, well before anybody's even noticed. She basically shared this video promoting the band's music back in December 2025, December 14. My homie's music is fire. Homie. He was just homie. Within weeks, he was
my future husband. I love my husband way too much.
She took his last name for her TikTok username. She was now Kinder Blueberry, and her videos are just, first of all, I must say, they are a pain in the ass to sit through. I don't have the attention. Maybe I'm just dopamine I'm just busted, my system. I can't sit through. Girl maxed out the limit of what TikTok allows you to film. 10 minutes. Who has the patience to watch her waddle around her facility, cross-contaminating her place with shrimp? I don't got the patience. But it's 10 minutes, literally the maximum that TikTok allows you to put, of her just going on and on with all these incredible details about this guy, Blueberry, and that trip they had to the grocery store, that time they met once. But what makes this extremely horrific is the fact that this man is married and has a kid, right?
The girlfriend at the time, which is now his baby mom.
I'd be boarding up the house if I were the wife. We're leaving town. Because she knew everything there was to know. She knew that his daughter was gonna turn 5.
She turns 5.
She had a design in mind for the bedroom.
I wanna get her this big pink bed, and it has LED lights.
Keep it big enough for the next babies.
I want 4 to 5 kids.
The ones she'll also
spiritually conceive.
Well, honestly, I want 10 kids.
She had the wedding dress.
I literally have wedding dress picked out.
The tuxedo she picked out for him.
Black tuxedo.
And the exact same shoes. They were all gonna match, him, her, and the kid.
We literally have sparkly shoes, all 3 of us.
What about the wife that's
eliminated?
Because the wedding's after tomorrow, bestie. June 7. It is tragic. Okay. What's really tragic is being in his shoes. Somebody's doing their job and it's being misinterpreted into this insanely ridiculous romance web. And at the same time, it's not really something you can pin down on her. I mean, she's unwell. But what is happening around her? Where's this institution and this facility that are just permitting this incredibly liberal access to the internet for her to wreak havoc in the lives of others? She's describing these conversations with Blueberry. Her Delulu is so intense. She's talking about things that never happened, conversations that never existed between her and Blueberry.
He literally asked me out. Him literally telling me that he has made so much freaking music about me. We literally have sparkly shoes. I literally physically give birth to a boy. I was literally oh yeah.
They've been together for months.
I mean, we're already together.
You just don't know, because, not everything's gotta be public.
Me and technically met when we were children.
Which is obviously not true. Completely contradicting her jail story. Remember when she said she got a premonition?
While I was in jail, I had a vision of this guy that was in a band.
New story now. This is where she's claimed to have planted the seed in Blueberry's wife.
Let me plant a seed into your soul. I basically got her pregnant.
She's the actual mother, is what she's saying. And then she telepathically conversed with the mother saying,
If the girl wants to call you mommy, she can call you mommy.
I'm totally okay if she wants to call me like sissy or mama.
before she's ever met Blueberry, by the way. This all happened. It all happened. Starlink, the new Musk tech. At one point, the band speaks up. They talk about how the vocalist, Blueberry, was dealing with a serious stalking problem. Kinder doesn't like that.
I'm literally threatening to beat his ass.
I will punch your best friend in the face if he ever thinks that I'm a disgrace.
That's a voicemail that she'd send to the bassist of the band. All right, I'm not even sure if she's rage baiting at this point. But people, by watching Kinder, by commenting on her videos and interacting with her, were sort of incentivizing her to go further.
90,000 people love him for me.
And so, Blueberry makes a statement asking people to kindly refrain from interacting with her. She responds. Another vision comes to her.
I also keep having spiritual visions that he pays for my open C-section for my deceased baby. Well, our child.
Girl, you are messed up. Literally, by the way.
When my child's heartbeat was active and alive, I knew the gender, but I can't remember if it was a boy or a girl because I was pregnant with twins with this one.
But I'm gonna be very honest with you, bestie. I'm finding it a bit hard to sympathize with her. I completely sympathize with him and what he's going through, well, a stalking problem. But I'm finding it difficult to sympathize with her because I'm feeling like sometimes it seems as though it's rage bait. It seems as though sometimes she's just bored and she's thriving off of this attention that she's getting. She's trapped in this facility. She's bored out of her mind and people are giving her attention for her delusions. 5.3 million views on that clam video. That's 5.3 million supporters for the marriage. That's how she interpreted it, the whole thing.
1.2 million people love for me.
So she kind of dragged you into this mess. Every time somebody saw her video, they further confirmed it to her that they were supportive. So it was anything but grounding. All the comments of people telling her like, girl, what the girl? Oh, the comments she doesn't read. This man is so traumatized. He asks if you potentially see anything that could put the life of his family in danger to kindly record it and send it over to them because they're trying to build a file. Do you understand how insane that is? But at the moment, just so we're clear, that statement, where he records it, it matters. Everything you see in his video matters because she will scrutinize it and she will likely find him.
I'm alive. I'm okay.
So we said it seems as though it was rage bait, like she's just in on a joke. She's just trying to, this man is terrified. Rage bait? I don't know, bestie. Harassment that causes fear or distress is a serious offense. And she knows this. She's gone to jail for this before. So she sees his video and she responds.
I just felt the need to say something.
It's got nothing to do with what he says. She's fixated on that.
That flower in Dylan's video is literally for me.
That beautiful flower in the back, is that for me? She sees his video. She hasn't seen him in a while.
I literally just had chills run through my body and I almost just started crying. You guys can see the tears in my eyes right now. I really freaking miss him, guys.
Girl, I got chills too.
I don't really care about what none of you hoes on TikTok have to say.
And after people brought up jail, hey, this is a serious offense. Careful where you're treading, because looks like you're in for round 2. 3, 4, careful, Kinder. She films another response video.
I'm really thinking whole time, what if he really does put me in jail though? I know it would only be for a day. He would put me in jail just to bail me out, Bookie.
I'll come out and I'll find you.
I cannot wait to eat his boogers.
Okay, And this is where, you know what? I don't know. Maybe it's just, human. I can't sympathize. And there's a moment in this clip of lucid contradiction. It seems as though she does not fully believe her delusions when she says,
I'm like really thinking like whole time, what if he really does put me in jail though?
I feel like I might know somebody that would do that, Like, I don't know, Bessie, if you've been lucky or unlucky enough to have met or not met somebody like this. But there are people that are just bad. And I can't tell in this particular case, if I'm being very honest with you, like just judging from what I'm seeing, the body language, the laughing, the snickering, the joking, the riding the wave, I cannot tell if Kinder genuinely does not care that she's causing such distressing trauma to this man and his family. Because on the other hand, she's gaining a lot of traction for it. Let's do some more. But then again, it's in her history, and it is an offense, a serious one, harassment or stalking that causes fear or distress. Those are serious offenses. What kind of person would do that, like an unwell person? Do you think? Perhaps. But I can tell you one thing, this scale of interaction and engagement with an unwell person that had occurred here could not have been good for this situation. Miss Ma'am exploded on TikTok. Insane. And her comment section was a war zone. People encouraging her, telling her that Blueberry does love her. Y'all, go outside. Hand over your phones, you guys. Because some people think people's lives are games online. Some people were trying to reason with her. Others harassed her. What are you doing? Fighting fire with fire? I'm editing, okay, and I was thinking, like, what all we do? Are we responsible for her? Like, what do you think? To need to act a certain way for her. I don't know. I feel like we're not responsible for her, but we can be responsible. Like an uncomfortable conclusion could be that as strangers on the internet, you and I, we don't really have enough power to help her, but we have enough power to accidentally make it worse. You know what I mean? While we are not burdened to treat her, we are also not required to make it worse. You know what I'm saying? But it's important to also point out that this is not a nuanced situation. There's not a spectrum of opinions here. No, you are stalking someone. Period. End of discussion. But she didn't get that. She got positive comments that reinforced her conviction. She thought,
There's supporters and haters.
this isn't what's your favorite ice cream? Blueberry. This is
I'm harassing this person.
content produces more views, the views make more comments and more reinforcement. Algorithm pushes her videos, got them on the kissing booth, they're making out. This is a married man with a kid. Her TikTok was in every meaningful sense of the word, her diary. And this diary had millions of readers. So sifting through this online diary, certain things of her childhood surface.
When I was a child, I would have these night terrors of some guy named like the Unknown Man. And he had facial hair and he had a unibrow and he would do like really, really weird, creepy stuff to me. So for like the longest time when I was really young, like 3 or 4 years old, I had like a really bad fear of my stepdad at night.
There were interventions by the Department of Human Services. At one point, she was going to go into foster care, adopted into another family. And those same visions she gets romantically, she gets those for different things as well. She sees a face in her television screen, a dead fairy on the sidewalk. She sees her stepfather's spirit moving cereal boxes on his birthday. And at one point, it's clear that she has a fear.
Growing up, I've actually had a fear of men with facial hair.
Blueberry was an exception to this. There's clear, serious trauma there. And very obviously, a support system, familial, financial, institutional, that had failed this girl. Clearly been insufficient for a very long time. And I fear still being very insufficient. What's alarming is that all of this is happening while she's institutionalized. We're watching Kinder broadcast this escalating obsession live, like online, to millions of people while under professional care. Let me tell you something. You cannot control the internet. There is absolutely no way you could just allow somebody internet access and expect people to behave on the internet. Like, there will be people that are going to have a laugh at this and they're going to try and make it worse because that's the internet. Sorry, but it is what it is. But no one took her phone. No one restricted her. I don't know what kind of facility she's in, but it seems to be they've got very liberal policies in terms of freedoms that the residents have. Sorry, and something else. What are we doing in this institution? Are we trying to treat her? Maybe it's optimistic to say like a psychiatric hospital can cure someone. Many don't. Many, they just stabilize cases. But arguably she's destabilizing. I wouldn't say she's stabilizing. So if that wasn't the goal, then what is the goal? What is this institution meant to do? If treatment is not the goal, is it containment? That's just tragic. That's tragic. What do you mean? Like, are we trying to keep her away from society? And if so, then we've that up too. With that liberal access to society via the internet that we've given which her. I feel like is still her right. It is still her right. Like, I'm just thinking right now, you can't just take her phone. Like, you know what I mean? What is she, in jail? Like, well, she was, but like, now she's not, She's supposed to be getting treatment. Containment? What is it? If this treatment is not helping stabilize her, and it is not helping contain her, what does successful treatment look like? What are we trying to do at this institution? Just house her? It's just a bit upsetting. She's clearly not getting better. She doesn't have the support from this institution, her family. It's a bit, I don't know. It's very off-putting. No one intervened in behavior that was a direct symptom of her condition and a documented threat to an actual person and an identifiable person who works at the facility. So, clearly, the question of responsibility, who's responsible? It's obviously not a simple question. There is Kinder herself, which we will not be removing accountability from, whose actions, regardless of her mental state, have very much real consequences. There's this rogue institution that said,
go for it. Let's go. It's gonna be fun.
An institution that failed to contain a person's behavior that had already previously led to charges, you guys. Miss Ma'am did not show up here from she wasn't a walk-in customer, okay? Ma'am was in jail for stalking somebody, for breaking into somebody's house, putting their clothes on. Hello? And of course, there's TikTok. There's us, which I want to sort of keep as an open debate. I want to ask you, do you think the public is responsible? This is an interesting question to ask now in this specific case because this is one of the only times a case of psychosis like this is being broadcast in real time to your phone. You're not watching it after the fact. You are watching it during the fact and are potentially being part of it. So is the public responsible? Some of you might say no. Because the internet is public. People are allowed to react. They're going to comment when they see something bizarre. That's just how society works. It's not a sign that society is failing. That's predictable human behavior. Some might say yes. Perhaps not individually, but collectively, all those millions of comments and interactions combined reward obsessive behavior. Gives it what it craves. The attention, the recognition. Some may think, are we asking for too much? Are ordinary people expected to understand psychosis and learn how to move around it and navigate it? Is that entitlement from her, or is it a lack of empathy from us? But most people are not psychologists. Most just see a weird TikTok and they joke and they comment, they laugh and they move on. Is it reasonable to expect every stranger online to recognize a severe psychotic disorder and sort of modify their behavior around it? Maybe not. Maybe that's a very high expectation. Maybe that's a bit utopian. But one thing's for sure, nobody needs to reinforce her delusions. And I hope this institution gets their shit together and she gets the help she needs. Because, oh my God. But there very much are people who have become part of this reinforcing mechanism. There's people who donate in her live streams, who tell her that the flower is a sign. Y'all, this is baby reindeer. What are you doing? Kinder's moved in with her mom.
Bye, facility.
Kinder's posting. She's thriving. But who protects Blueberry? Who protects his daughter, who this random person decided was their child?
Our child.
Who protects the people adjacent to Blueberry? His wife. Those who Kinder might try to locate, might follow. And who the hell protects Kinder from herself? Who protects Kinder from a platform that had turned this lady's pain, this lady's trauma, into a spectacle? A spectacle where her delusions, sourced from an obviously troubled childhood, are entertainment. Who bears the responsibility when these institutions that are supposed to be the ones answering these questions look the other way? Government! Busy. What are we busy doing? Other things. Destructive things. Let me know down in the comments below. What are your thoughts? Share them down below. What would you do with this? Honestly, I would leave Earth. I would leave Earth. You know what? I'll be gone. Goodbye. You're not gonna see me. What's that? Somebody knocked on the window. I'm kidding. Okay, I'm sorry. Was that creepy? Did I creep you out? Go to sleep and lock your doors.